close this is more of a normal approach. So we're going to cross over the airport and then enter the left downwind and come around the left side.
Okay, so we're doing a midfield cross to then enter. So we're entering at the halfway versus
going all the way down.
Out to the towers and coming back.
Yeah. So on a day like today, normally I'll train midfield downwind, you turn your carburetor heat on. But if you're crossing midfield, you can turn your carburetor heat on earlier. It doesn't matter. You just want to get it on before you get the power reduction in. And if you get it on a little bit longer,
And when we cross the field, maybe at 1800, and we want to be at 75.
Yeah. Yeah, well, you'll be not at 75 knots. You won't get to 75. You won't slow your speed down until you pull your power back. So once you reduce your power, then your speed comes down. And so I'll kind of walk you through it here. So I'm planning, I've got the airplane crabbed. I'm going to go just about where that bend in the river is, just west of the Bond Bridge. So I'm kind of want to end it that way. So then by that point, I'm kind of here's the airport, right? I'm kind of going here and then going to go west. Instead of going right to this, I'm kind of squaring it. So cross over midfield a little bit differently. Because otherwise, I could go in a little closer and do it, but.
You're basically going to go right over the hospital.
There's a hospital. I'm probably going to go to the grain elevators or just south of the grain elevators there.
Oh, that far. Okay.
Yeah, the ones right here on the north side of the river in North Kansas City, where the river part is. Yeah. The
fuel tanks for them. Got a fuel tanks.
Yeah.
I'm thinking silos way out there.
No. Yeah. If you look right here in North Kansas City, there's a big set of
those refinery tanks.
That's over in KCK. You look at North Kansas City is right in front of us here.
Yeah.
There's the hospital.
Right, the hospital.
And then
these silos.
On the north side of it, see the railroad yard right in front of us? Right up our nose. And there's that big set of silos. It's just east of I-35. There's a railroad yard and then all the grain.
Yep.
Yeah. For some reason this radio does that. It gets that static interference on. I don't know if it's just 133.3. The other thing I can do is set my ground control frequency in here so I'm ahead of the game, right? So if I land, I don't have to oh God, what do I got to tune to now and handle that. I just hit the flip-flop it. So there's a lot to be said about one thing you want to do is you always want to be ahead of the airplane, right? So, get things done when you can so that you reduce your workload down the road, and especially landing and rolling out. And a day like today when you're super bumpy, it's even more important. But when you get into instrument flying, it's real important to be ahead of the airplane. So, all right, lights are on. Let's go. We are descent checklist. Basically, we effectively did it. Mixture rich, carburetor heat's cold. Mixture we did it before landing. Fuel selector valves on both. Yeah, go ahead.
Rich. Carburetor heat.
Yeah. As
on
needed.
when needed.
Yeah.
Airspeed. Flaps up.
Yeah. And he said cross over the field. He didn't say necessarily midfield.
No. I had a little bit.
Yeah, but I typically want to cross midfield. Today I'm going to go a little bit further out.
Yeah. If you get into cross traffic, you theoretically should be.
Yep. I have to wash this airplane with all the bugs on it. Terrible.
Yeah.
Alright, so see how I'm kind of crab in so that I can cross the airport. And then I left downwind. I usually try to fly about where those silos are. Those ones just right along there
outside the river.
Yeah, so I go about over those or maybe just to the west of them. Now today I'll go a little bit west of them because I'd have a tailwind on base, so it gives me a little more time on base.
Right, so when we land, we'll be coming in right directly under us.
Yeah, yep. We're going to be going, we're going left, then left, and left. So this is the left, we'll be entering the left downwind, and then. So this is why I want to do this. It's much better. So when you do the right base, it's a lot tighter than what you should be like in a normal pattern. That's why I wanted to come over here and do it. In addition, if you're not careful and if you don't calculate the winds right.
32019, gust 26.
Yes. So, you could hit a building. I mean, I don't really worry about that risk, but you're not calculating it right, figuring your crab ankles. There was a Major League Baseball player that crashed a Cirrus into a building in New York, like 2002, not too long after 9/11. So my carburetor heat's on. I beam my point of landing, so I bring my power back to.
Okay, so when you beam your point of landing, that's when you're going to
power back to 600. Yep. So, and rolling 2 turns of the trim wheel. Should be looking about 75 knots. 10 degrees of flaps once I'm in the wide arc, which I am. And then you can see the 12th Street Bridge and 670. I kind of
36 uniform, runway 1, clear to land.
Clear to land, runway 1, 1436 uniform.
What the bridge is.
So yeah. Generally speaking,
but with the wind, it's gonna.
When I'm at the crab, yeah, quite a bit, yep. But here you can kind of see what's my ground speed.
88.
88. Once I get over here on the setting, it's kind of settled. So yeah, I've got a higher ground speed, so I want to make my turn a little bit earlier than normal.
Surprised you didn't get blown out over the what we talked about earlier.
Yeah, exactly. The nice thing is, if this wind was coming from the opposite direction, it'd go through those buildings, and man, I'm telling you, it really gets turbulent. 20 degrees of flaps, and we're going to hold about 70 knots. And I did do the crab here, right? So we got a 30-degree crosswind. It'd be really
we're at 80.
Yeah, I got a little bit fast here, so I'll pull my power and bring it. So I'm going to see how I'm adjusting my pitch, but it's really minor. Okay, like I'm doing a real small adjustment pitch here. This is where you gotta be, a day like today, you gotta really be on the power.
Yeah.
You're kind of jockeying a lot of stuff here. So as I get down, let's see, we're about 100 feet off the runway. I'm gonna start bringing my aileron and my rudder in. This is a pretty stiff crosswind, so I've got, my rudder's really in there quite a bit. And it started sinking quite a bit there, and I don't want to do that. Bring my aileron in so I can get over there. Bring a little bit of rudder out so I keep my nose lined up with the runway. Floating. Yeah. And I want to get slowed down, kind of as quick as I can, because.
Number 36 uniform, where are you parking?
Yeah, we're going to fuel pumps.
36 uniform, continue down left at Delta Lima to park, monitor ground point 9er.
Left at Delta Lima to park, ground point 9, 1436 uniform. Alright. So see how the wind's pretty right
shortcut and ground .19.
Yeah, ground point 9. Yeah, whenever if they ever say ground point 9, ground point 8, ground point anything else,
means you're just
it means 121. So, and he said monitor ground, so I don't have to call him. But see how the wing flaps left carburetor heat's cold. That's our after landing checklist. So. But see how I get the airplane, I want the airplane to slow down. We weren't going that fast on the ground, and you could still feel the airplane getting warm.